Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for October 1st, 2021. We made it to October. Brace everybody, October astrologically is not the easiest month. Just saying that ahead of time. Know that I will be putting together the astrology for October, and it's today the 30th of September, and so I will be putting it together. Hopefully, I'll have it done by tomorrow. But know that that is going to come out. So let's do the numerology and the astrology for October 1st, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 7. Notice the number 7 takes us one step back from yesterday, another chance to review and reflect about the steps we've taken over the past few days. I know it is difficult to take a look at what happened and learn from it rather than just pass over it, ignore it, go numb, or push it away. Such choices suppress the emotion and expression of those emotions. Suppression is one of the things that leads us down the slippery slope to illness and dysfunction. It is time to look at life with new strategic eyes, then learn and come up with another solution, one that integrates the experience and helps us gain wisdom. I believe that is why we are drawn to quotes, metaphors, prophecies, and options that allow us an anchor and help us remember lessons learned either by ourselves or others. We can take the metaphors and wisdom of others to heart. We can learn from history, but we have to be willing to look at our own resistance to changing our mind. Learning to be open is difficult when we have pre-established beliefs that we hold sacred. What I know is that I am an old soul, and some things I feel as if I have watched too many times over and over again, and witnessing it this many times hurts my heart. There are places once experienced we hope that we should never experience again, but that would require us to educate ourselves and learn about the perils of the patterns within the human mind. Some are ready, some are not. The number 7L is all about learning and understanding the signs and signals from the universe that allow us to progress, grow, and change. And this number reminds us that all progress requires us to move forward, never backward. The astrology for October 1st, 2021. Even with the moon in the bright and good disposition of Leo, many other things seem to be getting under our skin. Mars and Chiron oppose. While this adds stress to an already complicated life, it also will make us a bit blind to what we are doing in our immediate future. While the best method is to hit is hard and go straight towards the goals, there is an edge inside, one that is highly reactive. Know that others can feel defensive, and it may feel as if there are boiling resentments and frustrations just below the surface. Remind yourself that the appearance of calm waters is not a true indication that calmness is present. While I recommend a calm state of mind, there is a tremendous amount of emotion that is in control of our world, and it is not manifesting in a good way. Seems everyone has a lot of blame to go around, but all fingers should point inward rather than outward. We are all personally making choices that are influencing, adding, and constructing this reality. A gentle approach is needed rather than all this reaction and upset, but in the astrology today, I do not see a clear pathway leading towards any sort of immediate resolution. The Mercury retrograde is adding complications to the situations, and that is the last thing any of us need. Try not to worry. I know this is a time when obsessing has become commonplace, but it is also creating tremendous upsets, added strains, and a world that is not one that we should condone, tolerate, or accept. Try to not go backwards in our mind. It is not helpful. It is time to learn, accept, and integrate what has come to pass and now figure out how to move our world into a future. Expect that others will not agree with you. Expect that the fears and insecurities that reside within many souls are adding a heavier burden to an already overloaded world. Anxiety has become commonplace, a troubling outcome of so many factors arising. This is leading us down pathways that are never good, and it brings more complexity to our daily routines. Venus and Pluto are sextiling. Perhaps that will give us some insight into the patterns and choices confronting us now. Step away from all those that intensify problems and cause more stress Search for those that are intending to be authentic and truthful. All of those with opinions need to be left at the door or just walk away from the chaos that they keep manifesting. My quote for today: look at those behaviors that make you not know the pathway ahead. Notice how you then defer to someone in an authority position. Then realize that you have just abdicated your power to someone who does not have your best interest at heart. And my blog for today: I don't recognize this world as my home, and perhaps that allows me to be more objective in my viewpoint. I adore so many things about this beautiful green planet. It is a wonder and a planet of extremes: hot to cold, mountains to oceans, water in all forms and shapes. Forces internal to this world generate all sorts of amazing gifts, constantly rising to the surface from some deep and dark core. The duality here is a process of unique engineering, one designed to test, taunt, and stretch those within its gravitational pull to adhere to and adapt. Humanity in the middle of this process seems less able to shift with those constantly changing tides. It instead tries to control, manufacture, build, and design things to seal itself into a cocoon of self-imposed safety, thus proving its power over the elements. Yet all the while, that duality exists and continues to undermine the foundation so carefully built by mankind. Perhaps I should look at it with a great deal of humor. The desire for omnipotence in the human condition seems almost a plague in of itself. It has led to the creation of many beliefs that control, destroy, terrorize, build, judge, and placate. Some of the most amazing things were manifested because of this need to feel superior and to make statements in the physical world to prove its power and control over others and life itself. And so I watch again, knowing full well the outcome of these particular patterns and choices, knowing full well that my opinion will not matter, as the pull of the duality is what is in control. Things built by the dreams of men in the past will be torn down by the denied duality within the souls of men in this current moment in time, unless, finally, we learn and make another choice. And I have one more little gift today. I have lived and I have tried, I have loved and I have died. I have yearned and I have learned, I have chosen and been frozen. Emotions are the matrix of complex thought and action. Emotions are the pulse and pull of duality's reaction. Will we learn or will we leave? Will we grow, manifest, and conceive? Will we give ourselves a bit more time? Will we leave our horrible tendencies behind? I doubt that we will find an easy path. I know that there are those with too much density and wrath. The path forward requires a key. The path ahead tries to make us see. The force of good comes with grace. The powers of love must be our base. Without the hearts of a majority of souls, mankind will never really reach its final goals. A world of peace, a planet of love. Only then can we become one of the federation of the universal forces that create a new life and finally release all the conflict and strife. We were never supposed to learn through war. We were supposed to shun hate and go through another door, one that leads us to a new understanding of love, and one that until that moment we have been unworthy of. Thanks, everyone.